Later today, President Biden will issue an executive order telling the federal government to explore establishing a U.S. central bank digital dollar. Now, the currency would be similar to crypto, but would be more regulated. More major companies are pulling out of Russia. Coke, Pepsi, McDonald's, Starbucks, and General Electric are all suspending business and temporarily closing stores in the country. It comes as Russia's invasion of Ukraine escalates. And meanwhile, Americans could feel even more pain at the pump after the U.S. banned all Russian oil imports. It is the latest action by the Biden administration to damage Russia's economy and comes as gas prices in the U.S. hit record highs. So with more on all of this, we want to bring in U.S. managing editor for the Financial Times, Peter Spiegel. Thanks for joining me this morning, Peter. So will the U.S.'s Russian oil ban actually make an impact if other European countries don't follow suit? We know that they are more vulnerable. It is still winter, and they need that oil and gas to stay warm.
I mean, it's a really interesting question because as you guys have been reporting this morning, the U.S. is not a huge consumer of Russian oil. It's a very small percentage of what the Russian exports are. It's a very small percentage of what the U.S. uses. So you would think that there would not be an impact. But what we've seen is traders and the companies that actually work on the oil industry have seen this as a sign of direction of travel, for lack of a better word, right? Just a week ago, we saw both the U.S. and its European allies saying, oil and gas off the table. We want to hit Russia. We don't want to hit our own consumers. But I think they've been taken by surprise by the sort of political unanimity, the bipartisan unanimity, both here in Washington, but also in parliaments in Europe, where their voters are saying, we are willing to take a bit of pain. And so what traders are seeing is that there is a direction of travel towards more and more and more oil-related sanctions. And what we hear from the industry is they're anticipating this, weeks to come. The other thing that's happening is companies themselves are beginning to what they're calling self-sanction. So if I'm a oil company, I don't want to buy Russian oil because I'm afraid that if I get it on a tanker and I try to pull it into a port somewhere, that port may say, you know what, we don't want it. We don't want it. And there literally are oil tankers from Russia that are sitting at sea right now without ports to go to. So although you're right, the U.S. acting on its own doesn't seem to have the kind of impact it should have because it's a small consumer of oil. It's the biggest economy in the world. And you're seeing others begin to respond to this, even though there is not official joining from the EU in particular. The UK has joined the US, but the EU, which, as you said, is one of the biggest consumers of Russian gas and oil, is not going to join, but it's still having that global impact that perhaps we hadn't expected.
So here's the thing, though. Gas prices were already on the rise before this. The president has warned that, we're probably going to see them continue to go up. So there were clearly other factors that were contributing to the rise in the price. Any sort of long-term or short-term solutions that might address the other factors as well?
Well, this is the problem. And again, your reporting has addressed this. The problem is you have two, I would say, rogue nations that are frankly offline right now, Venezuela and Iran. There are diplomatic efforts to get them online. And again, it's been highly controversial. These are two rogue nations we have sanctioned. The other country that's out there that should be able to help is an ally, Saudi Arabia. But again, our relations with Saudi Arabia right now are not particularly warm. The Biden administration has been very tough on Saudi because of their human rights abuses, the killing of the journalist Khashoggi under the Trump administration, which Trump didn't do anything about it. Biden has been very tough on that. So that you're left with the domestic production. Now, because of policies implemented basically a decade ago by Barack Obama, you suddenly had the U.S. becoming self-sufficient in production of oil and gas through the shale industry. But what happened, as classically happens with the oil industry, is they overinvested. They went gangbusters, and they started drilling all over, particularly West Texas, the Permian Basin. And when prices started coming down, particularly in the run-up to COVID, they all went bust. So you have going into this crisis, you have a domestic industry that was kind of on its back. You had a lot of investors who said, I don't want to go through this again. And the message to the Texas drillers has been, don't waste our money again. We don't want to see any more drilling. And so Wall Street's been very reluctant to drill again in Texas. Now, with prices at $120, $130, $140 a barrel, what we've heard in Houston, there's a big energy conference going on right now. The administration is there. They are saying, you guys got to start drilling again. I don't care what you're saying about the economics of the industry and that you don't know what's going to happen in 7 and 12 months down the line. You must start drilling. If that starts happening, you may see the prices start to come down. But again, these things don't turn around overnight. You can't just suddenly set up a drill and suddenly have that oil at the pump tomorrow. It's going to take months to get that online. So I think the most promising area right now is where the administration is really focusing in its rhetoric in particular is in Texas with the domestic drillers. But that could be months away if they actually get online.
Wow. Peter Spiegel, thank you very much.
My pleasure.